Big names, big money, and a few very different levels of progress today. Chelsea are all over the board with Chalobah, Granit Xhaka and CASADEI all in the frame, while Tottenham and Manchester City are circling a major midfield story. There's also a club record move on the table in Italy, a Premier League giant being linked with Vinicius Junior, and Barcelona trying to hold their line on two separate fronts. Let's start with the done deals. The Athletic are reporting that AC Milan have agreed a club record fee to sign Paris Saint-Germain's Gonçalo Ramos. That wording is as strong as it gets in transfer reporting because it points to a deal already settled at club level. The only club named on the buying side is Milan, and PSG are the selling club, so this is a clean move story. On the information we have, this looks done or extremely close to it. The Athletic say Bayern Munich have reached an agreement in principle to sign Nathaniel Brown from Eintracht Frankfurt. That makes this sound well advanced, with the clubs having moved beyond speculation and into accepted terms. There's no fee given in the report, but the phrasing suggests Bayern have got the structure in place. On the wording alone, this is one that belongs in the done pile unless something changes late on. Now, the hot rumours. Chelsea and Como are the key names here, with Sky Sports reporting that Como have put forward a package worth €27 million, which is about £23 million, for Chalobah. The same report says Chelsea want €35 million, around £30 million, so there is still a gap to bridge. It's being framed as a live negotiation rather than a done deal, but the interest is concrete and the numbers are already in view. For now, this feels advanced, but not sealed. Chelsea are exploring a move for Sunderland's Granit Xhaka, with ESPN first saying the Blues are looking at the deal and The Guardian also backing up the interest. The reports say Sunderland want to keep him, and that he still has 2 years left on his deal, so this is not looking straightforward. There's no fee mentioned yet, which suggests this is still in the discussion stage rather than at offer stage. But with multiple outlets on it, this is one to keep very much on the radar. Tottenham are said to be finalising a move for Newcastle's Sandro Tonali, and Alfredo Pedala adds that Manchester City had also made an approach. The report says Tonali turned City down because he wants to play under Roberto De Zerbi, and the deal is expected to be worth over $132 million, or about £100 million. There's even a second figure floating around at £104 million, so the package appears to sit in that sort of range. When a player has rejected one heavyweight and one club is finalising terms, that's firmly in hot territory. Sky Sports say Manchester United remain determined to sign West Ham United's Matheus Fernandes, but Tottenham Hotspur are also in the picture. The key point here is that United are still in talks, which tells you this is a live negotiation rather than just loose interest. There's no fee attached in the report, so we can't call it advanced on the money side, but the fact the talks are ongoing matters. With both clubs mentioned, this one still has some way to run. Brighton have made a bid of around €34 million, which is about £29 million, for Atalanta's honest AHANOR, according to Ben Jacobs via Football Italia. The report says Brighton are trying to fill the gap left by Jan-Paul van Heck's move to Tottenham, so this is clearly tied to a specific need. That fee is now on the table, which pushes this beyond simple monitoring. It's still a bid rather than an agreement, but it's definitely active and moving. Curtis Jones has a lot of traffic around him today, with Inter Milan, Arsenal and Nottingham Forest all named. Calciomercato say Liverpool value him at £34.5 million, while Inter do not want to go above £21.5 million, so there is a clear gap in expectation. Lewis Steele adds that Arsenal are admirers and that Jones is expected to leave Anfield this summer, while the Daily Mail say Forest are assessing him as they look to replace Elliot Anderson. With 3 clubs mentioned and a real valuation split, this is clearly one to watch. And finally, the one still on the radar. Barcelona's link to Jesse BISIWU has cooled, according to Mundo Deportivo, because Club Brugge are holding a high asking price. The report is framed as concern inside Barcelona rather than active talks, which tells you this is not yet at a serious stage. There's no fee given, just the sense that Brugge's demands are putting the brakes on things. So at the moment this is more monitoring than movement. El Nacional say Real Madrid's Vinicius Junior is a top target for Manchester United manager Michael Carrick. The same report says United are prepared to offer $137 million, which is given as €120 million and £104 million, and that he could become the highest-paid player in Premier League history if he makes the move. That is a huge number, but this is still only a reported offer, not an agreed deal. So it's a major story, but still in the speculation lane for now. Barcelona are still being linked with Julian Alvarez, with Mundo Deportivo saying Atletico Madrid have tried to persuade him to stay but he still wants the move. Sport add that if Barca cannot get Alvarez, they would turn to Bournemouth's Eli Junior Krupi next. That makes Barcelona the clear focus, with Atletico trying to hold on and Bournemouth coming in as the fallback option. Right now, though, it sounds like preference and contingency rather than progress. Tuttomercatab say Chelsea are interested in re-signing Torino's Cesare CASADEI. The report also says he could be loaned straight to Ipswich Town, which adds an extra layer to how Chelsea might use him if a deal happens. There's no fee mentioned and no sense that talks are advanced yet, so this sits well below the headline moves today. For now, it's an interest story with a possible loan plan attached. If you want the daily transfer picture broken down properly, make sure you're subscribed. We'll be back tomorrow with the next roundup from the signing room.